Which is scarier, the bottom of the ocean or the Amazon
Well, it's
rainforest?
got to be the Amazon rainforest, surely.
And he said when you're like chest deep, the water's murky and you don't know what's in that
Oh,
water,
no.
and you've got tarantulas walking across the
No,
water.
right.
I just can't believe the Amazon forest isn't spoken about more.
Yeah,
I cannot believe
there's a
it.
lot to it, isn't there, though?
It's so fascinating. Did you know 20% of the Amazon forest produces the oxygen for the earth?
Crazy.
It produces 20%. That's just that one forest. And it's massive. And when you see it on the map, you're like, fucking hell. And I saw that they did like this. So they have to. The only way you can get into the Amazon is being dropped in by helicopter, basically, and you have to drop into the water and stuff. But I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, there was a video of a guy. He was in like a helicopter filming it, and it was just vast. It was just constant. They were just flying, and it was just you couldn't. You know, like when you're out at sea, have you seen those videos where you can't see anything? It's just sea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like that, but for the Amazon forest, it
Mm-hmm.
was just forest, and it adds perspective on how big it is. Because obviously we think of like, oh, there's an end. You know, like, oh, I could start here and I could end there.
Yeah.
Once you're in the forest, you're fucked.
You,
Basically,
you ain't getting out.
you're not getting out. And I was watching a guy called Ash Dykes. He's a British guy. He's from Wales actually, but he got dropped in. I think he did like 37 days. It was like a challenge, a world record to survive. He like traversed like a river or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then went through, and he had to climb certain mountains and stuff that was in there. And there was certain places that no humans had like ever been. And yeah, I was watching some of the videos of that as well, and it's fucking nuts. It's absolutely crazy. When you see it as well, you think insects, bugs, all of that stuff,
Animals. Yeah.
animals. But when I was watching some of the videos, like there are parts where it's not like that.
Mm.
So I think in my mind, the way I look at the Amazon is like, oh my god, it's just constant. You're swarmed and you got fucking spiders all over you and stuff. But it wasn't like that when I was watching it back.
It's noisy, though, isn't it?
Oh my god, I was the same guy, Ash Dykes. He was on a canoe because they were canoeing the river. Yeah, and it was like 8 o'clock at night or something like that. And he was like, listen, and it was just loud, and it was just like monkeys like howling and stuff. 'Cause it's just an environment of like killing, animals surviving. It's not like, you know, some forests you go to and there's like, oh, that's a designated area for the lions or the
Yeah.
fucking monkeys or whatever. No, there's animals and insects and stuff in there that no one's even ever seen. Never seen it.
Yeah. Scary.
So
Yeah,
scary.
yeah.
And
Interesting, though, isn't it?
yeah,
I wonder if, like, no, I know there's like tribes that nobody's even like seen,
yeah.
but there's no evidence of any tribes in the Amazon rainforest, but there could be.
There's definitely tribes in there. They're
Yeah.
like uncontacted tribes or something like
Mhm.
that. But yeah, there's definitely tribes in there. They were talking about the tribes as well that are in there
Mm.
because they did come across the tribes. But you have to be like really careful because
Yeah.
obviously they don't speak a certain language, and if they're uncontacted and no one really knows anything about them, it's really hard to communicate with them
Mhm.
because like they don't have a like a language,
And there's no morals. You know,
no morals.
their survival
Yeah,
is the same as the animals. So
yeah,
you could be a threat. They
yeah,
don't look at you, go, "Oh, hello there, mate. How you
yeah,
doing?"
yeah,
Like, they're
yeah.
not going to be like that.
No,
And there's been plenty of stories where reporters have gone in to try and, you know, communicate with these tribes,
yeah,
and they'll eat you.
yeah.
They're cannibals.
They've got like what they call kill this dog. I'm actually gonna kill this dog. They've got what they call loggers in there, and the loggers they're chopping the trees down basically, and a lot of the loggers like are in areas where it's quite dangerous and there are uncontacted tribes, and sometimes they find them with just like these fucking long bows. They're long like arrows that they've created. They're just like sharpened the end, and there's like 7 or 8 of them in this like logger,
Yeah.
and they just leave them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like. But when I was watching, so there was Ash Dykes, there was a guy called Paul Rosalie or something like that, and there's a few others. But when they were talking about, it, they were saying that the tribes are not the issue.
No, it's the animals.
It's actually not the insects either or the animals. It's actually like dehydration, getting lost. So once you go in, it's like it's you know those rooms with all the mirrors. When I was
Yes. Yeah.
watching,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
when I was watching the videos, like no one's said this, but when I was watching the videos because they had them on the GoPro, it felt like that. It felt like a room of those mirrors.
Yeah.
No matter where you looked, it looked the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're hacking through and stuff. There was obviously they've got jaguars out there. Jaguars are like the main sort of like one of the main predators. Anacondas,
Mm. I've heard the size of them.
20-foot fucking anaconda.
Yeah.
They're like fucking
They will
super
swallow a
long.
human.
They cut open no, I saw there was a video of an anaconda and it ate a crocodile and it couldn't fit it in and it burst out the side of the fucking anaconda.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it couldn't like keep it in because obviously a crocodile is like sharp as well.
Oh my
Like
God.
it's gonna and it burst out the side and it
Ah.
just like slivered off like it was nothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The thing with so they are like predators
Yeah. Yeah.
and they've got these what is these like a black canine alligator or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. These are massive. The heads are like that long and
Mm.
like big like crunch
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
snap you in
But apparently
half.
the spiders out there as well, they're like,
They yeah. The thing is they were anytime I've watched the videos of the people that have been in the Amazon, they've never really mentioned about the spiders.
yeah.
They say the spiders are like all right because they're not actually as big as what you think, and
Yeah.
actually they feed on like rats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't really feed on like
Well,
that
there was
stuff.
the scorpion went into, because they've got the most poisonous
Yeah.
animals and creatures out there.
Yeah.
That a scorpion went into the glove and he
Mhm.
put the glove on and he got bitten. And they were really concerned for him because it was actually one of the most poisonous scorpions.
It was, but it wasn't deadly. So he
Ah.
basically just had to sit there for 2 hours in pain, and he is like excruciating
Yeah.
pain. But they were saying like the bullet ants, that's like one of the worst pains that you can have, a bullet ant, and obviously they're like horrible. They're
Tiny.
all over the place
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, the bullet ants
Yeah.
are really
I
bad.
saw something actually on, it was, I don't know whether it was like a farm or a
Mm.
farmer's video or something, but growing some crops, but it was sheltered in like a, like a canopy,
Yeah,
sheltered like that. And the dew
yeah,
had like, yeah, you know where I'm going with this.
yeah.
It was like sitting on top and then they like burst it and something. And then they had that in comparison.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the story better than I do. What is the comparison to the rainforest for
So
that?
yeah, so there's a video of the farmers
Mm.
and they knock the net
That's
and
it.
it's full of dew and it basically like drops the water and that's what waters it.
Yeah.
In the Amazon, so because of the sun and the humidity, even people's sweat was like basically like misting off of their
Yeah.
and it goes into the environment. It
Yeah.
goes into like the ecosystem. So it goes into that and that's why it's so like moist.
Yeah.
But there was they were saying that there's like two worlds to the Amazon. There's the floor, which is the jungle, and then you got the canopy, which is actually
The mist.
it's like the trees basically, like the top of the trees come out of it. They actually come out of like they grow, they like extend. This is what I saw in one of the videos, but they extend so that they can get that fresh air because there is like a canopy, and that's where actually monkeys, snakes, birds, like some of the caterpillars look awful. They're like fluffy and they got like it's like they look like them dogs that have got the long hair and all you can see is the feet and the head. Yeah, some of the caterpillars look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it got two different ecosystems. You're fucked basically either way. If you don't
Yeah.
know what you're doing, you're fucked because in the rivers it's roaring rivers. You get all cut up in your legs and stuff. Then you get infections. There's bottle flies or no I can't remember what they are, but there's these bugs and they go into your skin. They get into your skin and they're basically like a little bug and they have to pull it out and it comes and it pulls out like that much out of your skin.
Oh,
There was
God.
a dead animal and it was like pulsing. It was out it was dead and it was in the skin, but it was like pulsing.
Oh.
Like it was like an alien. Yeah, and they obviously and it sucks on what like
Yeah.
skin and stuff,
No, I think
flesh.
that goes to show when there is an environment that's not touched
Hmm.
by humans
Yeah,
and it's left to do what it's supposed to do.
yeah.
Look at it.
It's
It's
like
it even though it's deadly, it thrives
it's a
and it
food chain,
creates
isn't it?
yeah.
They know the food chain,
Yes.
and they were saying, and actually, it made a really good point when they were going to areas where humans had never been. The animals weren't backing off because they're intrigued, and also they're like, "Let's bring it on."
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're a new threat.
I
I've
don't
never
know
seen
who
you
you. I
before.
don't know who
Yeah.
you are. You
Yeah, yeah.
don't look threatening.
Yeah.
So that's why, like people, but like jaguars, for example, a lot of people don't get killed by jaguars out in the Amazon
Mm.
because jaguars are like aware, and they don't really like go for those sort of like predators,
Yeah, yeah.
prey. But yeah,
But I
it's,
think
it's
it's like you said,
scary.
it's the ecosystem that runs
Hmm.
because of how like everything from the ground up,
Yeah,
it does its own thing and it's this constant cycle.
it's
And
so
because of
important.
that, yeah, so important.
Yeah,
Because like you said, because of that, 20% of our oxygen
yeah,
just comes
comes from
from
the
that
Amazon.
because it's untouched.
Yeah,
It's left to do its own thing.
it's
Crazy.
huge. I
Yeah.
think it was like 100 UKs can fit into the Amazon.
Wow.
100. That's just forest,
Yeah.
and a lot of that's just been untouched. The sad thing about the Amazon is there's a lot of people that are like chopping down the trees, like making areas of it. So they're killing like the ecosystem, but they're also just like there's no need for it. There's no
No, just
reason
leave it
for it.
alone. Yeah.
A lot of the cartel and like drug smugglers go through it. A lot of people that are like growing cocaine and stuff, they
Mm.
use like the Amazon for it. So yeah, a lot of people they like
Yeah.
it's a deadly it's a deadly but most and beautiful place at the same time.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, when we were watching that, Bald and Bankrupt, I love him. He's
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's a really good
He is good.
YouTuber, actually, and we
Yeah.
do like watching his videos because he does a lot of traveling,
Mm.
and he really gives you an insight
Mhm.
of some well, loads of parts of the world actually. And that one, I'll never forget that one where he took the journey
Mhm.
for
South America into
from
America.
South America
Mhm.
into America, and you have to cross the jungle. There's that forest or jungle that you have to cross through,
Yeah.
and the amount of dead bodies that they saw en route
Yeah.
because of and that route that you have to take to
Mhm.
get to the other side is the only route that you can take,
Yeah.
and it's about a 4-day trek.
Yeah.
It's a 4-day trek that people are doing every single
That
day.
was the death for that though was different because it was like dehydration or not enough like fluids and stuff, but like people were like
Well, it's the
slipping,
terrain. Yes, the terrain as well. Yeah.
breaking legs, and they just couldn't carry them.
Yeah.
Or it was the cartel,
Yes.
and they were basically shooting you or like
Yeah, yeah.
killing you if you
Yeah.
weren't giving them
But
anything.
families were going through there with their children and
Yeah.
babies and stuff, and
Yeah.
horrendous,
Yep.
horrendous. And I think just that little short journey, and that's a small, tiny fraction of a forest. I can't remember what that jungle was called.
Can't remember. It was like it was the jungle before he went on the train through Mexico and
that's
stuff.
it.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember what it was called.
But they were saying that it was the most deadliest route that anybody can ever take
Yeah.
for when you're it's like immigration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like what you have to do, and
Yeah.
it's the most deadliest route ever. And he did it.
Yeah.
He did it, but luckily he has the resources and stuff. But people go through there with nothing,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing,
Yeah.
and people are going through there with their families and
Well, and
stuff.
I think
and
he was lucky because I think they did get pulled up on the cartel, but because he was English,
yeah,
they are like they're more less inclined to shoot you because obviously it could be big repercussions because
Yeah.
he's a big like person, like
yeah, yeah.
a big influence.
And then he got through the other side, didn't he? And then he was told to go back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was told to
He
go
got
back.
declined. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
He's
even-
quite funny to watch.
Yeah, he is. But even that train journey, actually, and you have to sit
Yeah.
on top of the
Yeah,
trains,
I would rather the train than the jungle.
100%.
Yeah,
But it's freezing cold, and there was children on there as well, and they
Yeah.
didn't even have a blanket or anything. And
Yeah.
that's an overnight.
yeah.
It's the whole
It's
night.
an overnight train. Yeah,
An overnight train that you have to sit on top of.
sit on top of coals. Or
That's
something.
crazy.
It's like,
Crazy. I know, it's crazy. So, sorry, it's just because the Amazon jungle just reminded me
So
of
bad.
that video. But yeah, people will do whatever they
Mhm.
need to do. They will put their lives at risk.
Yeah,
And if it means going through the most craziest jungles, you can't even imagine how many there's people that record it and professionals and
Mhm.
train for that kind of environment to go into the Amazon rainforest. But you don't even know how many people that just go, fuck it, let's go for a walk and just, I don't know.
I think like will and grit though gets you through more than any training.
Yeah.
Like I think if you really, really want something, you need to get to a different place or you
Yeah.
need to do something, you will do.
But I think you do need to be somewhat educated in knowing what you can
They
drink,
are.
eat, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, there's a lot of people that just fall into these places and
Yeah.
they've got no survival skills.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, I was watching one of the guys about the Amazon rainforest, and I was watching. He was like talking about it on a podcast, and it was really it's so interesting. I find this stuff because I will never go to the Amazon. And
Well, it's a world that we don't know about.
It is, and we will never go there. Like this is not going to happen. But he was saying that he when you go into the Amazon, that he called it the soup, the Amazon soup, which is like the rivers and the lakes and stuff. And he said when you're like chest deep, and it's the water's murky and you don't know what's in that water.
Oh, no.
Like think about that.
No.
And you've got tarantulas walking across the water.
No, right.
Like up near your head. Yeah, your head.
I don't even like putting my hand in dirty water in the sink.
This guy just loved it. This guy like loved this shit. I just cannot understand.
Yeah,
but
no fear.
Like alligators roaming there, piranhas.
If I
And I'm
cannot
just
see
like,
where
what
my
the-
feet are going into, I will not
I'm
go
like,
in it.
What the
No.
fuck? Yeah, and they
No.
have to. He was telling a story about a woman who got because he was showing some bites and stuff, and he was like, "Was it a spider bite?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think so." But he was talking about a woman that went out with them. They went in the water, and a spider got up her trousers, and she had like 10 bites because it was just like. It was just like hitting her constant, and she was trying to smack it to hit it to like stop it and just couldn't get it. Yeah, and it just bit her all the way up the legs. But again, the worst thing is you don't know what spider it is because it could be like a new fucking species. Yeah, and they're all in the water, so they had to like tuck their socks over their trousers. It's mad. Why would you want to?
Yeah, just why?
Because his thing was he's saving the Amazon. He's trying to save like a big portion of it, and he needs these people to pay because a lot of people do want to go out there to then fund it. Basically,
Yeah. I get it.
That's
I get
how.
it.
But yeah, it just was like, fucking smashing her leg up.
No.
She was fine. She was fine.
Yeah, but you just don't know. You just don't know.
No.
Just even the thought of that, thinking there was a spider doing that to me, makes me want to physically be sick.
Yeah. There was capuchins. I think not capuchins. That's a monkey. They're like little beavers, but they're huge. I can't remember what they're called.
I don't know.
But anyway, there was he said that he went to this like opening, and it was like a lake or a river, and there was just loads of these like chopped in half. They're like these big beavers things, and they were just chopped in half. And it was just an alligator. It was one of those big black canine Alcanus alligators.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was there. It was like there somewhere waiting, but that was like its
That's what I'm saying,
that
you
was
just
like its
don't-
dinner. It like chopped it, left it all for later, basically.
No. I'd just rather not.
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm not that daring.
I when I watched it though, because I was watching that stuff, and I've watched a lot around Africa, like the wild. I'm fascinated by wildlife.
Yeah, me too.
I think Africa's more dangerous
Maybe.
because of tigers, lions, hippos.
Yeah.
You don't have any of that in the Amazon forest.
No.
Well, not that we know of.
No.
But yeah, you don't. A lot of it is insect and like
Even
spider
that and-
snakes.
Yeah, but even still, like I was out in the garden the other day and something bit my leg, and when I actually looked, cause I kept like, I was like, I've been bitten by something, and I was scratching it,
Yeah.
and it kept doing it.
Yeah.
And when I looked, there was this little, it looked like a little caterpillar, but it was tiny. It was like this little green thing. I've never seen it before in my life, and it freaked me out. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like, you should see the bites on my leg.
Yeah.
And I've been going in my head going, oh my God, what was it? Like, am I going to die? Like, do I need to go to the doctors? Is it going to be infected? Like, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Oh, it's fine now, but still,
Yeah.
that really hurt.
Yeah.
It was stinging for ages.
Imagine what it's like for them in the Amazon.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I think it's once you
Even when my hair brushes my arm, I'm like, "What?"
yeah,
Like a spider.
I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, no, thanks.
But I think but that's because you're not ready for it. I
Yeah.
think if you was out there, you were kind of like preempting it. So you're in your mind, you're like, oh, if I do see one, I know I'm gonna expect it. But yeah, they were saying that it's not like it's not as where the videos I was watching, it didn't look as bad as what I thought it would
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
But obviously, yeah, there was certain moments where I was like, oh fucking hell, like
But again,
that's crazy.
they're only touching a
Nothing.
tiny fraction.
Nothing. It's
You
nothing.
know, they've not even gone into like you said, there's so much of it that's been untouched, unseen.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's in there. You have no clue what's in there whatsoever.
I reckon there's like pyramids in there and everything.
Got to be pyramids.
I reckon there'll be like, yeah, I reckon there'll be something in there. But they're just, that's the problem. No one can survive. The thing is, it's not easy. There's not like a landing spot. There's not a helipad in there.
No.
But so you have to like get dropped in. And once you're dropped in, yeah, you got to make your way out. Like you're not, it's not, you know. But they were saying the best food in the Amazon forest is the piranhas.
Really?
Apparently they're the tastiest. Yeah.
You gotta get one first.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
you need to get it before it gets you.
There was there was a piranha they were talking about has human teeth, has like molars. You know, like we've got
Oh, can you imagine it smiling?
Instead of it snapping your finger straight off, it crunches your finger, then pulls it.
Grim. That's horrible.
Honestly, when one of the guys as well was talking about at night they were going looking for anacondas because they look for them.
Yeah.
And he said he jumped on one. He was talking about this area in the Amazon forest where it's like grass, but it's like stemmed grass. And the water's below it. So you're actually stepping on the grass, but there's water below it. Snakes are like slithering through this. So you're kind of stepping. It's like a glass ceiling. And you're stepping on that, and they're like slithering underneath you. Anyway, he jumped. Yeah, which is honestly, it's fucking nuts. But he jumped on one. They saw one, and he said he couldn't reach his arms around it.
Whoa!
Like that's how big it was. I was like, what the fuck? But think about that. Like trying
a snake.
That's how big it was. And it. I can't remember. I think he said it hit him. It hit him away, or it like flapped or something, and he had to let go of it. Yeah, and he just with the moonlight, it was at night. He saw it slithering, and it was
It's like the snake from Harry Potter, you know? Yeah, the size of that. Can you imagine? Wow.
Some of them, they don't. Some snakes out there, they don't even know how big. But yeah,
scary.
They're one of the top predators.
Yeah.
They eat fucking alligators and stuff.
Yeah, they can just swallow you whole.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't swallow. He was saying if you got swallowed by one of them, you're stupid.
Yeah.
You'd have to be really stupid. You'd have to be like unconscious or something.
Yeah. Because they're not venomous, are they? Not like some snakes.
They're not venomous, no.
Yeah.
Or if they are, they're not deadly.
Yeah.
But they're just do you know what the bad thing about an anaconda is? It will strangle you to death.
Oh, 100%.
What it will do is if you grab it.
Do you know what? Once you've got into a grip of a snake, you can't because it's so tight. You can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It will literally just strangle you, which is again another scary thought. 'Cause that's a slow death.
Yeah.
That's a slow death. But I know off the snake poison or the snake venom, have you seen what it does to your blood?
No, that's a certain snake.
Yeah, those kind of snakes.
Those rock hard.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Yeah,
Jellifies.
it just jellifies your blood.
Yeah.
Which is crazy when you
think
about it.
That's a really bad like snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's in Australia. But that's they're quite rare though, those snakes. But yeah, the anacondas are just fucking
they will just strangle
nuts.
you. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot around the Amazon. I still want to look into it a bit more.
Yeah, I might have to have a look at some videos.
Honestly, it's like if you don't like insects and stuff and claustrophobia, you got claustrophobia or anything like that, do not watch it.
Yeah, but I do like watching those kind of videos. It is fascinating.
Yeah, they built a tree house. He built a tree house up in one of the tallest trees, and it's got like solar panels. So it's got a shower in it and everything, and you can see across the canopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't see there's no human life, no nothing.
No. Well, they
It's
say that
trees.
actually there's a whole world above the canopy mist and then a whole different world below the... There's two different worlds
Yeah.
of like wildlife and stuff,
Yeah.
which is still crazy to think of.
Yeah.